Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about the invisible forces that shape every single business. You can think of them as the hidden currents, winds, and storms that can either propel a company forward or, send it crashing right into the rocks.
So, to get started, let's ask a question that I guarantee keeps every business leader up at night. And I mean everyone, from scrappy startup founders all the way to the CEOs of massive Fortune 500 companies. I mean, we've all seen this story play out, right? A company is on top of the world one minute, and the next it's just fighting for survival. So what happens? Well, a lot of the time, it's because they completely miss the crucial shifts happening literally right outside their own office doors.
Remember Nokia? Back in the mid-2000s, they were mobile phones. They seemed absolutely untouchable. But then Android came along with this super user-friendly interface and a massive ecosystem of apps, and customers went nuts for it. Nokia, though? They just stuck to their old system and their market value just plummeted. They simply weren't paying attention as the whole landscape changed around them.
So how do you avoid a fate like that? Well, you need a map and you need a compass. And that journey always begins with understanding what we call the business environment.
To put it simply, it's everything outside your company that affects how well you do, all the stuff you can't directly control. It's basically the ecosystem where your business has to live and breathe. And these forces, man, they are literally everywhere. We're talking about competitors, sure, but also customer tastes, new taxes, big economic shifts, game-changing technologies, and even media trends. These are the real currents and weather patterns of your business landscape. But here's the really crucial part. Scanning this environment isn't just about playing defense and dodging bullets. It's actually about spotting incredible, game-changing opportunities. Just take this common frustration. This was a huge, blinking signal from the business environment that something was broken. For millions of people, booking a bus ticket meant a long, physical trip to a travel agent with absolutely no guarantee they'd even get a seat. It was a painful, super inefficient process. But one person saw all that frustration, not as a problem, but as a massive opportunity. He recognized a key shift happening in the environment, the rise of the internet, and saw exactly how it could be used to solve this huge, widespread issue. And this is just a perfect example of how understanding the business environment can turn a common headache into a wildly successful company. The founder listened to all that collective frustration and built the solution, an online bus ticketing platform called Redbus. So what's the big takeaway here? By constantly looking outward, businesses basically get superpowers. They can spot opportunities like Redbus, they can adapt to the kinds of changes that sink companies like Nokia, they can plan more effectively, and ultimately, they can just supercharge their performance. But let's be real. While scanning the environment is incredibly powerful, it's not a crystal ball. It's a tool, not magic, and it's absolutely crucial to understand its limitations.
The biggest challenge, information overload. It can feel like trying to drink from a fire hose. You're just drowning in data, reports, and forecasts, and it can lead to confusion, not clarity. It makes it almost impossible to separate the important signal from all the noise.
And that's the key thing to remember. This analysis helps minimize surprises, and it informs your strategy, but it's not a magic 8-ball. It won't predict the future or guarantee success. In fact, if you misinterpret the data, it can even make a company too cautious, paralyzing it from taking the necessary risks to grow. The trick is to focus on a few critical trends rather than chasing down every single data point. So, what's the ultimate takeaway here? What does this all mean for you, whether you're running a company or just trying to navigate your own career? The real goal isn't prediction, it's preparation. The true power of understanding the business environment isn't about knowing exactly what's coming next. It's about building the agility to adapt, to pivot, and to seize opportunities when the ground inevitably shifts right beneath your feet. So, I'll leave you with this question. What forces are shaping your environment right now? Is it a new technology? A shift in customer behavior? A new competitor on the horizon? Answering that question is the first and most critical step to navigating whatever comes next.